Shalom, everyone. This is Janice Baca, and today's topic is about the meaning of grace. If you open an English Standard Bible reading through the Psalms, you'll constantly encounter phrases such as, "The Lord is good," or "YEHOVAH is good, and his mercy endures forever. His loving kindness is great." While the words mercy, grace, and loving kindness are beautiful words, they often fail to capture the raw, explosive power of the original Hebrew word. The word is chesed. Chesed is one of the most important words in the entire Tanakh. Appearing nearly 250 times, it is notoriously difficult to translate into English. Why is that? Because in our modern culture, love, grace, and mercy are usually treated as feelings. We fall in and out of love based on how we feel. But biblical chesed is not an emotion, it's an action. It's an ironclad commitment. The best way to define chesed is covenant loyalty, covenant meaning, the covenant of Mount Sinai, which is a marriage covenant, the same covenant that is written upon our hearts and inward parts in the renewed covenant. This word chesed is one fierce and unwavering and passionate commitment to honor a relationship, even when the other party completely fails. It is a love that refuses to let go, not because the recipient deserves it, but because the one giving it has bound themselves by an oath. We see the ultimate picture of chesed in the way YEHOVAH relates to Israel. Think about their wilderness wanderings. Israel murmured and complained and even built a golden calf altar. YEHOVAH had every right to rip up the contract and walk away, but he didn't. Because of his chesed, in Exodus 34, when YEHOVAH reveals his inner character to Moses at Mount Sinai, he declares that he is abounding in goodness and truth, abounding in covenant loyalty and faithfulness. Many people mistakenly believe that grace and covenant loyalty were invented in the New Testament, while the Old Testament was just cold and harsh laws. But the Torah teaches us that chesed is the very foundation of the altar. The Torah provides the framework for how a holy God lives among an unholy people. And chesed is the true glue that keeps the relationship alive when the people stumble. That brings us directly to Yeshua, our Messiah. Yeshua is not a departure from the Hebrew scripture. No, in fact, he is the physical, living manifestation of YEHOVAH's chesed. Think about the night before his execution. Yeshua sat with his disciples and raised a cup, saying, "This cup is the renewed covenant in my blood, which is shed for you." That's in Luke 22:20. He was sealing a covenant. And how did the disciples respond that very night? They argued over who was the greatest. They fell asleep while he agonized in prayer. And when the soldiers arrived, they all scattered and denied him. If Yeshua's love was based on true human emotion, he would have called down legions of angels and walked away from the cross. But Yeshua was operating in perfect divine chesed. He looked at a fallen, broken, scattered people, and he chose to lay down his life to seal the covenant anyway. Romans 5:8 perfectly captures this. But Elohim demonstrates his own love for us, in that while we were still sinners, Messiah died for us. That is chesed. It is a loyal love that acts on behalf of the helpless. As believers in Yeshua, understanding chesed changes everything about how we walk out our faith. First, it gives us absolute security. Your standing with the Father is not based on your flawless performance today. It is anchored in the unbreakable chesed of Yeshua. Secondly, it redefines how we treat one another. Yeshua told us that the world would know that we are his disciples by our love for one another. He wasn't talking about the warm, fuzzy feelings. He was calling us to walk in chesed with our spouses, our children, and our community. It means staying loyal when it hurts. It means forgiving when it is undeserved. It means showing up and serving when we don't feel like it. When we extend chesed to others, we become a living mirror, the mirror of Messiah. For more of our teachings, please visit our website at projecttruthministries.org, or you can visit our YouTube channels at Janice Baca _translator and Project Truth Ministries.